சினிமாவுடன் வியூவர்ஸுக்கு வணக்கம். இந்த வருஷம் கான் திரைப்பட விழாவில் ஆல் வி இமேஜினஸ் லைட் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு படம் வந்து கிராண்ட் பிரிக்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ப்ரெஸ்டீஜியஸான அவார்டை வந்து வாங்கியிருந்துச்சு. டைரக்டர் பாயல் கப்பாடியா அந்த படத்தை வந்து இயக்கியிருந்தாங்க. 3 புலம்பெயர் தொழிலாளர்கள் பெண்கள் பற்றிய கதை இது. மும்பையில் அவங்க எப்படியெல்லாம் கஷ்டப்படுறாங்க அப்படிங்கிற அவங்க வாழ்க்கையை பேசுகிற படம் இது. ஸோ அந்த படத்தோட ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் ஸ்க்ரீனிங் முடிஞ்சதுக்கப்புறம் டைரக்டர் பாயல் கப்பாடியாவை மீட் பண்ணுறதுக்கான சான்ஸ் இப்போ. ஸோ நவம்பர் 22 இந்த படம் தேட்டரில் ரிலீஸ் ஆகுது இங்கே எல்லா இடத்துலையும். ஸோ அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவங்கள பார்த்து இந்த படத்தை பற்றி நிறையா விஷயங்கள் பேசலாம் அப்படிங்கிறத இன்டர்வியூ தான் இது. ஸோ வெல்கம் Payal Kapadia. Vanakkam.
Vanakkam.
And welcome to Chennai actually.
Thank you.
So how are things with you after the Grand Prix? You are coming to promoting the movies. Like how are the responses from the people actually?
Actually, I because of this going to the festival and all, I got distribution for the film. And
Okay.
that is how it's showing now in Chennai. It's going to release in Kerala. It's going
Okay.
to release in Chennai, in Delhi, in Mumbai on 22nd November.
Oh, okay.
So I never thought that this would be my film will release like this, but that
More
is
like a pan-Indian approach.
yeah, kind of. I think big cities and then mostly Kerala because the film is
Yeah.
largely in Malayalam.
Yeah. And it is very relatable to Mumbai also.
Yeah.
Like the people there, like you
Yeah.
mentioned. So I think and I'll start the interview with one familiar question like director Sasi Kumar, he's the director of Subramaniapuram movie in Tamil. Actually, he's a Tamil director. He mentioned in an interview with us to Vikatan, the awareness about the international film festivals happening all around the globe is very much less in Indian cinema.
Yeah.
They're not aware of like they can submit their movies there and get recognized. Even for Malayalam movies or Tamil movies or even Hindi, they are not much aware about the scenarios happening out there. So how can we create more awareness regarding these international film festivals like Amsterdam, like Cannes, like even we can send the movies to Oscars now. So what kind of awareness can be done?
It's an interesting point. What I think also is that in India, you know what happens with these festivals? You have to wait for the date. You can't release
Yeah.
the film before
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And here we have our own system of release and when the
It's a
film
big
can
process.
come out. Yeah, so our timeline is different, their timeline is different. So sometimes I feel we don't always have to send to the festival also.
Yeah.
Sometimes it helps. Sometimes we are happy to make the film and release it here and do our own festivals. We have so many good festivals in India as well.
Yeah.
So it's really about, of course, it's good to send it if you want to send it also, but it's good to also release it here and audiences will also watch it, and because we can't always wait for their dates, you know.
Yeah.
For me, I got the opportunity to send it because my co-producers were French, so they were very keen that for them that is their like national award kind of
Okay,
thing. So you know
okay,
they
okay,
are
okay.
wanting, they are very keen that we will meet that date.
Yeah.
So that was the system. But I think now people are getting more and more aware because of internet, and you can send the film with internet only. So on online, the online portals. So I think more and more now people will send.
Yeah. And one more thing is like as ever since I heard the title All We Imagine as Light, one title came into my mind, All the Light We Cannot See, from Anthony Doe's novel. It is strangely it is also dealing with an act of displacement. It is about the refugees, and you have taken about migrant workers. You have like any thought related to that? You were aware of that content? Like it's
I
also,
hadn't seen that film, but I remember when it was out and
in Netflix. It was released.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but that's a nice comparison that you're making, and I'm curious to watch this movie now.
Yeah. It's about the refugees and their struggle in a foreign country, in a same country. Like that. It has two kinds of.
I think because light has to do with hope.
Yeah.
And I feel that many of us make that connection.
Yeah.
So it's quite often used in titles and things with hope.
Obviously. And one more creative choice you have done in the movie is like the entire movie has been shot in natural light.
Yeah.
Without any kinds of gimmicks or something like that. Maybe I felt so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but actually there is tons of natural lights used. Particularly the rains are happening in most of the scenes actually, and the background score is predominantly of piano. Like the keyboard kind of thing is happening. You want to set a melancholy tone to the movie, I guess. Is it tell about the creative choice behind these decisions?
I wanted to shoot the film in the monsoon time, because Mumbai in the monsoon is a very particular feeling, I think. So I felt that it does have a feeling of melancholy, like you are saying, and it's also like Mumbai in the monsoon, it's very, you feel all stuck. Like there is this sweaty, I mean, it's all of India has this thing.
Even
but
all
just,
the metropolitan
just before
cities.
it's going to rain, you know that feeling that it gets really hot and you're just kind of.
You're talking about like petrichor kind of thing, like the sand smell, soil smell is coming up. And
Not the good thing.
Good,
Soil,
not the
soil,
good.
soil,
Okay.
sand smell is very nice.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about that, you know, that those afternoon storms we get, and then just before that, you're feeling like it's so hot and there's so much sweat. That kind of sticky feeling. I feel like all the characters are kind of stuck. And that feeling always gives me that
like congested
feeling.
Yeah.
That we are all in this wet. I don't know. It's very Mumbai. You feel that also.
Suffocated.
You feel that right now. I was in Calicut. There also I was feeling like,
like I said,
and then it rained.
All the metropolitan cities are dealing with the same issue during the rainy.
Especially the monsoon. The ones that get the monsoon, they have this feeling.
You're from Mumbai, actually. The movie deals with Kerala migrant workers, and the conversations are entirely in Malayalam. You are talking about your dialogue writer also, and how he differentiated the Palakkad slang and everything. And even Shiaz in one scene talks about his passion for football. Like how so Malayalis could relate to that very well, because it's part of their culture. So how much research work are put into this to create an authentic Malayali community kind of feel in the movie?
That was it's very difficult to make a film in a language you don't know. But I wanted to take this challenge because when I started initially the idea for the film, the nurses I met were all Malayali, and that was the initial introduction to this story. So I said I want to be authentic to that. So I stuck to it and said, then I got a lot of people on the team who are from Kerala who speak Malayalam. And when I was in FTI also, I had a lot of people from Kerala coming there to study. So it was the dialogue writer is also from FTI only, and he was a friend. So Robin Joy is his name, and he became like my associate director. And him and another dialogue writer, Naseem, they worked for 2 years on the dialogues, how to, like what you're saying, the nuances of the Palakkad slang, the Trivandrum, one character is from Trivandrum, so Kollam, all these different things, and even how the Gen Z WhatsApp messages are written.
And that was very creative actually. It appears in central screen in yellow font. I felt that as a disturbance first, but I got used to it. Like it's the kind of storytelling you want to convey. That's what's very creative choice actually. And even the doctor character who wants to go away from, who wants to run away actually.
He doesn't know
he
how to
feels
speak
alienated.
Hindi. He's fed up.
There are people like this.
Of course. And it's normal. Like, why? I mean, especially when you go to another place and you don't speak the language, sometimes it can make you feel a bit lonely. And so I wanted him to have that characteristic. And for sometimes, like, if you're just not able to learn, you're trying also, but it's such a different language. So it's so hard. You're not, how can you learn in 2-3 months? So he's finding it tough, and so he's like, I'm going now.
And it also deals with the migrant workers' mindset actually. They can live a happy life, content life in their hometown, but due to economical reasons, and they want to uplift their life status, and they want to come here to do something, to achieve something, but all they get in return, most of them are like pain and like you said, suffocation. And that was very much evident in the character of Parvati. She has given up. I don't want to continue here. I want to, because the realistic mafia is kind of crunching her. So she felt like that, and she wants to go to Ratnagiri, I think.
She's from Ratnagiri.
So and these kinds of story arcs, what kind of research you have put into, like you have talked to someone on the same kind of aspect like that?
I mean, we all know that the real estate is such a big issue in Mumbai.
And mainly in Dharavi areas.
Now the Dharavi issue is going to come up. So it's going to be soon, because you know it's going to go into redevelopment. That is the plan. But the area that I have specifically focused on is Lower Parel and Dadar, which used to be the previous mill area in Mumbai. Or the biggest industry in Mumbai used to be the cotton mills until the 80s. Then there was a strike for 2 years that happened, and the mills shut down because they realized that instead of paying people the fair salary, they will make more money selling that property. So all that property became...
How cinema theatres were now marriage halls, similar to that, I think.
Unfortunately, it is the public space that is first taken away. and also the people who lived over there, they were supposed to get 1/3 of that land to have housing, but that was never done. And
Okay.
till now, that fight is going on. Till
Yeah.
now, their children are fighting for their property.
Okay.
And so this is something that's very much part of Mumbai.
Okay.
And
Very common.
If you have lived in Mumbai, you must be blind if you didn't see it.
Yeah.
And all that area has now become very luxury shopping kind of complexes and
Okay.
places that are so different from what it used to be 20 years ago. And it is people like Parvati who, when those mill workers lost their jobs, the
Okay.
women became like the main strong person in the family.
Sole breadwinner kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, so Parvati's character is like that. So she doesn't have time for like, oh, I'm feeling so sad, I'm feeling so sorry for myself.
That's what.
She's like, okay, man, like get on with it.
She's not displaying her pain at any cost, and she's not even ready to move in with her son. Actually, that's very bold, and like she wants to stand on her own like that.
Yeah, she likes to be alone,
Yeah, that will be better. She even says to the Kusruti character, you also have to be alone like me. Like
that. She is seeing it as a positive thing. She's like, we are better like this, while that other lady is not.
Yeah,
she's thinking, oh, me, so sad.
Yeah, and so let's talk about the cinematography by Ranabir Das. I have noted some particular frames. Actually, I'll just say that there are two objects in the happening scene actually, but you chose to show only one. Example, Divya Prabha is conversing with a patient, 24-year-old patient who had come for family planning advice, I think. At one point, she is not visible in the screen. Only Divya Prabha. Her
reflection is there.
Yeah, your reflection is there. Only Divya Prabha is shown and what she is doing and how he is helping that scene is happening. And in another shot, the real estate flux is there, and Kusruti and Parvati character, they are throwing the stones. You didn't reveal at first what they are attacking. Like I felt like they're throwing stones on the glass windows or something like that. Then it's shown like it's opening gate and there is a flux. And the builder's name was also very creative. Zeus Towers, I think.
You see so much of this. I don't know whether it's there in Chennai, but in Mumbai, they have these very weird names like Zeus Towers, Côte d'Azur. Like, what is it?
At first, you didn't reveal that. Didn't reveal that, and then you have shown that. And in one more shot, I liked very much is like in the cave, inside the cave, I have shown that Anu character is like showing all the emotions. A Dutch angle tilt or something. Her eyes only shown.
Yes.
It's full of emotions actually. Yeah. What she wanted to convey in dialogues, it's shown in her eyes. These shots are very much poetic. And the last shot, of course, they are very much inside light kind of setup and in the shack actually.
Yes.
So they are creating their own light. That's what I want to like. I felt like that.
That is the best interpretation.
Yeah. So these shots, how much creative thinking went into it, like with the cinematographer? Obviously.
We did a lot of planning. Like once we had the location, before we had the location, also we did a lot of like how to do the scene, how to do the shots, how to do this kind of, especially this scene of the throwing the stone and all that. Like I wanted to be with the characters and to kind of, so that for a moment the audience doesn't quite know what it is.
They are imagining
like, what is it? And then you see it. So I like to keep a little
low profile in that.
Yeah, like no, to keep a little mystery. Like you are thinking, what are they throwing it on?
Yeah, I thought like it's a glass window of a building or something like that.
So I wanted to keep that little, and in the end you see that what is written on that also. So all these things I like to reveal a little later.
So that's your film language, I think.
Yeah. And for that scene that you talked about, the contraception, that scene, I felt that the scene is really about actually how Anu is responding. Yeah. Of course, the issue is there, the girl, that is all important. But how Anu is this girl who's like just...
She's very much empathetic.
Yeah, and first she's like bored. She's just sitting and being, and then immediately when she knows what it is, she's like, okay. And then she gets into it. So that I wanted to keep that change.
Like you want to establish her character.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that cave shot actually, that one is like, I thought like since it's a natural light kind of photography, I thought like it's very much challenging to shoot in a cave like that. And
It was.
and the vehicles are passing through, like some lights are coming in, going out like that. Like that it was shown. The sounds are coming.
No, that is a torch.
Torch. Okay, no, the torch is there, but sounds actually.
That sound is waves.
Waves. Okay.
But
So,
actually, you're right, because waves can sound like
yeah. I
vehicles
felt
on
like
a highway.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It can sound like
Yeah. So that shot actually, that emotion shot, that was very good actually. Throughout the movie, there are more shots I could point out actually. Even if it's in a natural light or like low light kind of thing, it's very much poetic actually.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to watch.
I'll tell him.
Yeah. Please. One thing I wanted to discuss is like the character arcs. I can see that 3 protagonists are in 3 stages of life actually. Like Anu is trying to find happiness. She's trying to fight the system, like fight the suffocation actually. And Parvati has given up. She has already given up and she wants to live life on her own accord actually.
Yeah.
And another character, Kanikisudi's character, is like she's nearing the saturation point. I would say that like that she's almost nearing the saturation point, and I can see that in one shot Parvati is in the middle of the sea. She's already in the middle of the sea, and she's asking Kanikusudi also to jump in. You also come, like that. It's a very poetic kind of saying. They are in 3 stages. So these 3 stages, how did you write it like that, or
Yeah. That's so nice to hear you like get it so precisely, because it's exactly how I thought that it is the chronology. It is 3 different women at 3 different times of their life. Maybe it could be one person also. You know, sometimes it happens that when you're younger, you are more risk taking. Then you become more and more in the system, and you're like, okay, whatever it is. And then when you're a little bit older, you're like, okay, let me do what I want. Now that doesn't always happen, but it could be also that. So yeah, I was very much thinking about this, and for me, intergenerational friendship is a lot of possibility because we can learn from each other.
Yeah, that's very good actually. And 2 more shots like I want to convey is like one is like they are finding the old liquor bottle in the
it's honeybee brandy.
Honeybee brandy. Yeah, they're also asking about the expiry dates. I think is it good? Yeah, that's very much nice actually, and they're finding their own happiness in that. And the 3 women actually, they are finally away from the city and getting what they want in a remote place like that was very much good actually. And one more shot is like Kanikusudi is hugging that rice cooker. She's not even sure whether it's her husband's kind of delivery kind of thing, but she wants it to be, and she hugs that. That's very much emotional and more painful actually.
It's that it is full. It is supposed to be full of longing, and that is. I think that when the partner is away and there is a longing in cinema, in poetry, in literature, we have a lot to play with. Yeah.
Cinema is a visual medium actually. Without dialogues, you are conveying many things through that. That's very much very intense actually. And what about the acting kind of thing? How you have prepared every artist, because they are very much into the character and they are very realistic actually. Kanikusudi is a senior actually, and Divya Prabha splendid throughout the movie, and Parvati also. So how
they firstly, they are very good artists. Like you see all their films, they are very good actors.
Versatile filmography actually.
Very versatile.
All of them.
Very versatile. They don't do one thing. They're always doing completely different roles. Like if you've seen Divya's previous movie, Arip, Declaration. She's so different in that. So because I don't speak Malayalam also, what I requested them that we will do some workshops. So for 3 weeks, we were all staying together. And we were like, I don't know if you've ever done theatre. But when you're preparing for theatre, everybody is working together, living together, eating together. And we are doing like this.
It's more of a lifestyle actually. Theatre.
So we were doing all the scenes. We said, okay, today let's try it like this. Today let's try it in this other way. Today let's do this. So, and again, because for me to get more and more used to Malayalam, like how to direct in that language, it helped me also, and for them also to find the character, like how Anu should be, what should be. because there's so many interpretations, and we've seen so many people like this in our lives.
Yeah.
So how to kind of make it specific? So we worked a lot together. It's like a collaboration. It's very nice.
So Anu is more of actually like she's extrovert kind of thing. She's expressing everything, and Kani Kusudi on the other hand is very much subtle. She's not even letting a smile out, letting a.
She says one dialogue also. No, that as a nurse you can't show your emotion.
Yeah.
So that was, I felt like a lot of times nurses have to be very, they have to be very proper and can't show, but inside there could be so many things going on.
Yeah. And one more thing I felt far-fetched is the last mysterious character appearing in the movie. It's that till that point it was very much realistic. Then it became kind of a magical realism kind of thing, like a fairy tale. Book or something like that. So what was the thought process behind that actually? How you want the audience to perceive it?
I think exactly like you said it.
Magical realism.
It is magical realism.
Okay.
And I think that in our culture, like in so many of our writings, it goes from very realistic to very magical realistic, and dreams and ghosts and all these things are very like normal for us, no? So that is why I was thinking about that. And a lot of folk tales also have this quality of a ghost or some slightly unreal characteristic, because I feel like in our society women's desires are not always expressible. So we use folk narratives, like even Sangam poetry has so much of that longing.
It was like that only.
I am very inspired by Sangam poetry. So
that's very good.
Because it's absent. No, the partner is absent oftentimes. So
because mostly about the fisherman kind of living, the protagonist woman is like longing in the sea, waiting at the seashore, longing for her husband's arrival, come back or something like that. It felt like that. And I was like taken aback. Are we watching it correctly? Like, are we decoding it correctly like that? So I just wanted to ask that. So that was very much poetic actually, and an interesting choice of taking the story forward. And the ending, obviously, I liked it very much. Like, and the carefree character inside the shack, that little boy.
It's a girl.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted her to be somebody who's very like doing her own thing. Just being
like
herself.
She was dancing. That's very much.
She's a small character, but just
and she's completely different from these three. That's it. That's all the things I want to discuss
Your
with you.
Observations are really nice. Thank you. Hi everybody, all the viewers of Cinema Vikatan. My film All We Imagine Is Light, or the Malayalam title is Prabhayai Ninachadallam, is releasing in Chennai on the 22nd of November. I really hope you all go to see it. Thank you.
Thank you. And all the best for the release.
Thank you.
Hope you receive more success. And we are waiting for your upcoming projects also. And I heard that you want to do a comedy movie.
I really want to make a comedy movie, but comedy movies are very difficult to do. So I have to work harder.
I think you can pull it off. I think.
Thank you.